All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SNDL, Sundial Growers Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have two ticker symbols towards the end of this video that you won't want to miss. And we're going to talk about its chart, potential, and the sector that they're in. So definitely stay tuned for more information on that and how they've been reacting in the last several weeks. So in one day that I didn't do a video leading up to today, Sndl had ran up, hit its highest point, and fell and collapsed more than like 50% from those highs, right? In the beginning of the day, almost down to where we're at now. It shows here about 25% in total, 20% down, 5% down, but I mean, when you go ahead and you divide 488 by 2, I mean, we're down a big amount here. So I'm not sure why these percentages are pretty small, unless they're talking about where it started off the day, but it's still a lot to see all at once. But I apologize to every single investor. I was not able to do this one yesterday, but here I am to talk about this on the way down and what we need to expect. Now, Sndl has had a run, right? And a lot of volatility due to speculation. So now we need to wait till things cool off. Now, the possibility, which would be a good one, is that this could cool off somewhere in the $2 range and actually move from this $1 range to this point. Or it can come all the way back down to that $1 range and kind of fight to stay above $1. We're going to have to see. It's going to be very interesting and important moving forward. So let's see here how Sndl has actually reacted and what is important for tomorrow. So we're going to move our resistance and support to their new location. And I want every single investor and viewer to be aware that these points of reference are pretty important, and we're going to talk about them a little bit broader, and we need to watch them carefully. Now, the 50-day moving average is currently 274. As long as we're below it, we are in bearish territory. The moment we're above it, we're in bullish territory. So if the bulls can break through resistance and the 50-day moving average, the next resistance is up here at 312, 311, give or take. But right now, the lowest point reached in the day is our support, and that's 215. We're currently at 227. If 215 gets broken through, the next point of reference is down here at 193. You definitely want to see how the stock is reacting, if the bulls are trying to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down through newer support levels. Now, the highest point before this continued to go down, and you can see how it was fighting up, going down, and it fought back up, and it's continuing to go down, is at this point of 264. Now, that definitely needs to be broken through by the bulls, but most importantly, the bulls want to break through the 50-day moving average to then reach the resistance levels up here of 311, 312, give or take, to pull further away into bullish territory. But before getting there, the first step is the bulls need to break through 264, but it does not guarantee or signify that the bulls have gained control and that they're guaranteed to get back into bullish territory. This is just an indicator for us investors to know that the stock is working its way upwards and it's building some momentum. And if the bulls can use it as support, they have a chance to continue upwards closer to the 50-day moving average. Now, for all this information that we see right now, this volatility was not the normal growth of this stock. So things do need to cool down before we can actually figure out if this is going to stay in the $2 range and consolidate, or come back down to the $1 range, consolidate until the next catalyst. Now, the most important thing that I'm seeing based off this chart is that this stock needs to fight to stay above $1. Not because of anything of the delisting or anything. It'll just look healthier for the stock to kind of consolidate above $1, anywhere above $1, until the next catalyst or news. But this run was pretty big. I mean, these highs here were significant, 486, and then it started to fall. But as always, if you guys found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget, click on the bell, turn on the notifications so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end because I have two ticker symbols you won't want to miss, and you definitely want to have these on your watch list. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is one that we've talked about in the last coming weeks, and it's already getting closer to analysis ratings price target on the low end. It still has room for the higher end part of it, but let's talk more about it. It's Zynga Inc. ZNGA. Let's go ahead and pull it up. ZNGA. And here we are. Zynga had a consolidation. I was paying close attention to it. We wanted to see if it pulled back a little bit and meet back to these numbers, or was it the point where it was going to take off from there? Well, as soon as we talked about it, I went ahead, reiterated it here at $10, and then we took off to 11 and some change, and then it fell back down to $9. Now, I talked about it here one more time to let every single investor know that this might be an opportunity, or, you know what, break even and get out. But the opportunity in Zynga is that this is a long-term potential play, right? I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions on any of these stocks, but this sector overall is growing, okay? Zynga is growing. Glue Mobile is another one that I talked about weeks ago, and also Skills, right? Which we're going to look at Glue Mobile in just a second. It was the first one that was on here, but I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that the ticker symbol for today that you want to add to your watch list, if you're coming across this for the first time, or you overlooked it, or you kind of were putting it aside, this is the one you want to definitely have on your watch list moving forward. But right now, what I want to talk about is on the high end spectrum of analysis ratings, this one was rated up to $14 in the next 6 months to a year. Now, the low end was 11. We're currently sitting close to $12. So there's a little bit of volatility here. I'd watch this to see if it consolidates like we saw here, obviously with the ups and downs, but some sideways movement holding itself up above $11. But if it breaks below $11, I highly suggest doing research and seeing what's pulling it back. And if it's nothing like serious that's going to compromise the structure of this business, I mean, that could be an opportunity, because anything below $11 is the low end spectrum of analysis ratings, and anything above that is getting closer to the high end, which is 14. Anything above 14, I definitely go ahead and step back and just watch the chart, because there hasn't been any upgrades or reiterations of any analysis ratings on this one yet. But we're sitting right now at $12. I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to make more investors aware of it. Now, back to Glue Mobile. Now, Glue Mobile, there was a lot of speculation and hype on the fact that there was an opportunity for this to merge with Tencent, so forth. And if it doesn't, the structure of this company and the potential is there, and especially their market cap, on how small they are and how much room they have to grow and take some of the market share in the sector of mobile gaming, right? So we talked about it back around the middle of January, almost the end of it. We talked about it when it was like at $9, almost $8. And I said, we need to watch this, look for consolidation, and look for an opportunity, because it has ran up from these lows of $6 the last coming months. And leading into this month, it kind of spiked up and it was pulling backwards. And here we are. After everything, and earnings was beat by a slight bit, it made a big difference in this stock. It went from $9 and some change all the way up to highs of $13.50, and here we are at $12.58. So one of the biggest things I would tell every single investor is watch this carefully as it continues to consolidate, or if it pulls back a tad bit, maybe down to the $11 mark or somewhere around there, and see if it consolidates there at a newer high. It will look pretty healthy, because then this could consolidate towards the next catalyst and the next run. But Glue Mobile has a lot of potential. I mean, the chart is showing it, and I highly suggest doing more research on these, because the mobile gaming sector is exploding like more than ever. And Skills is another one, and betting is getting incorporated into these games, which is making things a little bit more intense, of going from just an arcade experience to getting more competitive, and also bringing the casino to your phone. And that's another thing that these mobile gaming companies and devices are going to be able to implement into people's lives, and it's taking away some of the market share from these casinos and these different extracurricular activities that people would go do. And a lot of people are doing it now from the comfort of their home, in their car, on the way somewhere, while they're walking. I mean, just think about it. You don't have to go out of your comfort zone anymore to go play these games, and you can win or you can lose in those games on your phone. So it's really impressive and interesting, and the betting is going to be a big thing that people like. It gets competitive, and you can play different types of games like pool, bowling, tennis, table tennis, all that stuff, and it's getting incorporated into these games. I mean, definitely do some research, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not here to tell you guys buy, sell, or hold any position on these stocks. I'm just here to enlighten everyone on opportunities that the market is showing based off of revenue, based off of the market cap, the value of the company, and articles and analysis ratings that I find. You guys have to do your due diligence and research to find and dig a little deeper to then make your own rational decisions. But we're all here to learn and grow together. I hope that you guys are learning from these and finding them helpful and useful. And let's make some money.